What's up, everyone? John Rettinger from TechnoBuffalo here. Looking at pictures of puppies because, well, who doesn't love puppies? But the video you're about to see was supposed to be a software tour of the Nokia N9 or N8 slider. We're not really sure what it was. However, about 5.5 minutes into the demo, I connected to the internet, and the device was remotely wiped, presumably by Nokia. So that would be sort of interesting to share. So the first 5 minutes or so is an actual software overview, and the last 30 seconds are me sort of trying to figure out what happened. Thought it'd be interesting to share with you guys. Anyway, enjoy the video. John Rettinger from TechnoBuffalo, and I'll see you in the next one. What's up, everyone? John Rettinger from TechnoBuffalo here. In a previous video, we brought you what we thought was a prototype version of an upcoming Nokia N9, but thanks to the beauty of the internet, it was brought to our attention that we might be looking at a keyboarded version of the Nokia N8. So stay tuned for a software version of what you're going to get on this unnamed Nokia device. Okay, so in the previous video we walked through all the hardware. I want to show you the very prototype software that is loaded on here, which does not appear to actually be the S60 software. It looks like we're looking at a build of Symbian 3. So this would make sense that this would be a keyboarded or updated version of the Nokia N8. Let's go ahead and turn this on. As I mentioned, there's the hold button on the side there. Let's go ahead and push that, and the keyboard will turn on. We're looking at a very high-res screen, a Nokia's NHD display. And things on the surface look to go very smoothly. However, as soon as you start interacting with the device, you realize very quickly this is definitely in prototype form and not working very well. So let's first jump into the browser. Now, this is a 4-inch capacitive multi-touch enabled touchscreen. You can see here there's certain recently visited pages. It seems to be very testy. So let's go ahead and jump to a website and show you what the browser looks like. Go ahead and hit plus. Now I can either do this one of two ways. I should jump back. I want to go to bookmark. One of two ways. I can either use the on-screen keyboard, which will either pop up in sort of a T9 configuration, or use the accelerometer and get a full landscape keyboard, or I can open this up and use the full physical QWERTY, which is what we'll do right now. And we'll go to TechnoBuffalo and see how fast this loads and what it can handle. Alright, so there's a previous version that we loaded. You can see that the phone is not terribly responsive as well when trying to jump to different web pages. So there you go, I think we finally got it. We'll go to Go To. And you can see what the load times look like on here. So despite always being connected to Wi-Fi, it still asks every time I want to use it if I want to reconnect to the Wi-Fi. It seems to lose the connection as soon as the phone is put into a hold mode. So the load times here are very slow and certainly not typical of Nokia release hardware, but certainly for a prototype standpoint, it's not too bad. So we've got the site sort of loading. Let me show you the multi-touch. And this will supposedly support Flash content, however I've not been able to get it loading and working here. So you go ahead and scroll through, and scrolling is sort of a mixed affair. It's not very smooth. The physics engine doesn't work very well as you continue to scroll. It doesn't go. You can see it has a hard time catching up. So I get to a point where it can stop. Let me show you some of the multi-touch. So I can zoom in and zoom out. Again, not very smooth. It will sometimes let you play embedded YouTube videos. Sometimes that'll work, sometimes it won't. You can give it a shot here. And it looks like we got lucky on camera. It's maybe one of the times that actually does function. It's a little bit far behind and the audio is not sunk up, but you can see what this will look like when we finally get to release. Go ahead and try and close out of this here. Alright, so we'll go ahead and go back to options. And the options actually cancels you right out of the page and takes you right back to the home screen. So here we've got the home screen in landscape. For the accelerometer, it's a bit slow. It'll flash and come back on, but it does work. And you get sort of your standard array of Nokia widgets and things that work very well and sort of update as they go. And these are certain things that you may be used to with the Symbian 3 operating system. So let me show you what we have right here. That's for your typical calendar. We can jump in and see what the calendar is going to look like. So here I am for Thursday. We'll go ahead and move it. You can see if you want to set an appointment what that's going to look like. Go ahead and hit done. And if I want to sort of get options, You can go to new entry, change view. So let's go ahead and change a view and see what that's going to look like. Let's go to month. You can see your calendar is going to look like. It's a pretty standard view. If you want to go ahead and rotate it, you can do so as well, and you can see sort of what your appointments are going to be. Go ahead and jump out of this. We'll go ahead and exit. So next, let me show you what the camera looks like. This does have on the back, we've got an 8 megapixel sensor on the back with dual LED flash, and we've got what I believe is a VGA camera on the front with an LED flash. However, there looks to be an open spot next to that first LED. There's actually maybe dual LEDs in the front and dual LEDs on the back. So the only way to get to the camera is actually a dedicated camera button. So go ahead and punch that. And we'll be lucky if the camera turns on. Do that one more time. Looks like we're not having the camera behaving as I'd like.